Om Shanti. I think since last night, how many times you looked at your face? We do look at our face in mirror, even if that's physical, but one's state of mind, whatever is within the mind, do reflect on the face. So now Baba wants everyone's face to be cheerful, sparkling, carefree. And for that, what yukti Baba gave us, very simple yukti. And Baba said that before sleeping, we must give our chart to Baba. Because if you have a good chat with Baba, if you have given your chart to Baba, then Baba said you will sleep well. Because there are two difficulties with Brahmins. Some cannot sleep and some are always sleepy. Both are not good, no? Some they sit, they're listening, they nod off, no, that's not good sign too. And some they always feel that we wish to have few more hours of sleep. But Baba has given us timetable and we have to maintain that timetable, and I know that whatever timetable Baba gives, if we really follow, should make us feel it's sufficient and keeps us efficient. And so I know that maybe giving chart to Baba, as Baba said, will help us to sleep well. Sometimes if our activities continue very late, so our minds are still, thoughts are still with the activities. And some, I know it doesn't happen at centers, and I'm sure it doesn't happen in the Brahmin life, but habit of engaging ourselves too much, night time. I know that because my spiritual childhood was spent in Madhuban. During Baba's time I used to come, and one of that speciality was that after certain hours, whatever we did was very spiritual. So there was some kind of either meditation, then churning of knowledge, or even classes. But after certain, then there's a cut-off point, and where you say, I'm not taking on more. So I asked some that why you sleep so late. They say because our work doesn't finish. I said, work never finishes, right? But whatever you are supposed to do today, you do it, and then from next morning, then you begin. So when I came in knowledge, I was a student in university, had just joined the university, and I also had taken responsibility of not only one center, but I had few others. And so I asked Mama one time that it's not easy to manage because during day you have center and service, and I used to study night time. So how I am going to manage my yogi life? And Mama gave a very, very beautiful practical practice or method, she said. She said, in the morning when you wake up, you must write what you have to do for today. So I said, why should I write? She said, start doing it. So I will write that these are very important assignments or the tasks, what I have to do. Even in between, a lot of other things to come in, and that we have to take on. But what I noticed that carrying things in the head, we carry a lot of things in our head, we have a lot to do, we have so much to do, there's always, it causes some kind of stress. And then your energy really goes into thinking more about there's a lot to do. But whatever has to be done, you do it. And I used to find that I was able to complete, around afternoon time, and evening time was mostly spent for spiritual service. So this thing of, if it's necessary, if it's really important, if it's emergency. So what we used to do in Madhuban at that time, 9:45, 9, 9:15, whatever time, latest by 9:30. Every room has Baba's red light, Shiv Baba's light. So to experience home. In corporeal world, I am incorporeal soul. Body is going to now rest. And you wake up early morning, very early. During Baba's time, we used to wake up 2:45, 3. It was very natural. But if there are a lot of thoughts in the night time and your intellect is still very involved and very much engaged, then sometimes, but by giving charge to Baba, one time Dadi Gulzar, she was on conference line to New York class, and she said that as soon as you are pulled and you're going towards bed, just hold on, say, no, I have to sit and I have to chat with Baba, I haven't given my charge. And I remember that must be a few months ago. And generally it's a practice, we remember Baba and, then we go to bed. But especially giving charge is very important. Is there anything which is bothering you? Is there anything which is of concern to you? Is there any little mistakes which has happened during day, or whatever has happened, properly give. Chart is not necessarily, because a lot of people have questions on chart. Do we have to write? Then do we have to write percentage? Do we have to? And some, when it comes to assessment or percentage, some are at loss and they say, I don't know, I was in Baba's remembrance for 80% or 40%, but I don't think that that's important. But what is important really is to look at, certain main elements of the day and proper chart to see that my thinking really went into, as Baba said, value of the time, that thoughts didn't get wasted, time didn't get wasted. If there were certain things where we found that there was waste, so sometimes reflections help us. Recently I was sharing that something happened around 9:30 and we had to take care of that. So generally the thoughts will come. But same situation, if you are very detached and you have good wishes for everyone, you look at the situation, then there won't be any wasteful thoughts. That means our concerns, our worries, day-to-day issues, they can be very, very resolved, but it doesn't involve it to an extent that you still have thoughts at the night time. Because sleep and then wake up in the morning, and when you wake up in the morning, everyone's face should be very, very cheerful, very cheerful. And it's possible because you're light. It's a new beginning. And there is this enthusiasm. And you should really kind of feel that freshness. Some wake up in the morning, they sit in Baba's room, and they start talking to Baba about problems. But when did problem happen? Midnight. From where those problems came? I mean, issues and situations some are very persistent, and but then also there is a step for each thing. If I have taken a step or I have taken a major decision on something, then it stops there, and then another part of issue comes, and third comes. Otherwise, if we really continue, that this doesn't get resolved, otherwise it's not between 10 night or early morning there was any problem which happened, unless there is emergencies. That's rare, right? So this way I was thinking that this was a very important point, which we all must seriously consider and put it into practice. Because what Baba wants to see, that we are children. Baba said, Balak, a child, should also look like master. In whatever way, whether it's you have it or you can claim it, or is your inheritance and that worthiness. So just imagine that a master, a child and master, child and master kind of balance is also something very important. Because we have to be children, we are children. But we are masters because Baba has given us all the treasures. So then Baba wants us to check our treasures, right? And first important one Baba said is treasure of knowledge. Baba said you all donate those treasures, because we talk about knowledge, we churn, is there. But actually, when Baba said complete, full, anything, if I know everything, I cannot be knowledgeful. But what I know, if I have applied, then that fullness comes, isn't it? Fullness is not just knowing, because I even won't know if I know or not, unless I have used something. If I know I am soul, but I am not using enough soul consciousness, whenever, just as a practice, accumulation, but also in various situations, because that's where the power and the authority comes, is when I say, well, yes, I did use this practice of soul consciousness and this was the result. So really, if you look at that, knowledge first has to be used for the self. All the aspects of knowledge. I say drama, but drama is explained as a brake. So I use the brake, but car still keeps going on. Right? Sometimes it does happen. Then there is something wrong with that. So we keep saying drama, but thoughts still continue. We keep saying drama, but still there are concerns. So that means it didn't work. So this is how everyone has to look into one's own inner side, and am I really internally connecting myself based on knowledge? And that's the second part which Baba said, face, and he said your activities. Or in other words, how do I connect myself? Which Baba said should be very alokik, should be very spiritual. So if I am using knowledge, it has to be alokik, isn't it? If not, then it's lokik. So first is for the self. My thoughts, my words, my actions, attitude, my vision, everything, is it based on knowledge? My reasoning, even my reasoning, my logic is based on Baba's knowledge. So it's like knowledgeful. Baba said someone, that means you should be complete of this knowledge, full with this knowledge. And then secondly, I have to use the knowledge in relationships. Are my relationship with everyone very spiritual? Everyone. Broadly, worldwide we speak, then we all are souls, right? So that awareness, that consciousness, everyone is playing whatever part one has to play. But if we look into heart, we don't have anything negative or waste towards anyone. Because why will we keep it towards, like somebody said that if it's a drama, right, so somebody has to play the part of Ravan and somebody has to play the part of Rama. So this person says, I'm very happy that I don't have to play the part of Ravan. Ravan needs more sympathy, because that one had to play that part. So really when you apply deeply, like you will remember Baba's lessons. Last lesson Baba said, anyone whether anyone defames you, anyone does anything, but they are our good friends. Everyone is our friend. So whether it is through our thoughts, through our awareness or consciousness, our relationship with all souls of the world is really very pure and very loving. A lot of good wishes. Right? So this is how, look at, I have to change every relationship from Lokik to Alokik. And third, of course, is where knowledge has to apply, is service. As Baba said, you all are donors of the knowledge. You always give knowledge to others. So that should also become very, very natural. So I think I remember that I was in Costa Rica maybe a few months ago, and this whole theme of that I have knowledge, but I have to be knowledgeful. And we generally say Baba has given us all knowledge, so we are knowledgeful. But I realized that no, to be knowledgeful really means that I am the embodiment of that knowledge. And that knowledge is in my interaction in all the activities, 100%. Right? So there is quite a work there. If you really every day when you will think of chart and reflect, you yourself will feel that I need to pay attention to this aspect of knowledge. Because it all has to come into my awareness, in my consciousness. Then it will be an attitude in your drishti, and so total personality, knowledgeful. Baba said, when somebody looks at you and say, must be very, very special soul. Must be one who is very dear and near to God. Very alokik personality. So that's what Baba meant, that is through your face but also through your activities. How do you connect yourself and how you interact with others? Everything should be based on knowledge. And then second power, Baba said, is power of yoga. And power of yoga, when especially Baba said yoga, is connection with Baba. When there is connection, what happens? When there is connection, in this hall today we have connection, right? So light is working, mic is working, coolers are working, everything is working. And when there is no connection, what happens? Nothing works. Anything. So when things are not working well, whatever is happening around us, situations, circumstances, we don't have control. And we say these are scenes of drama, they change, they happen. And Baba, especially Dadi Gulzar also always mentions to us, they are like tests. Those tests will come just to see where you are at. But we don't have control. But at least things are working well in the sense of with my own self and whatever I am doing. One important thing these days especially, when there is a pure thought, even if it's a very simple thought, it gets implemented. I don't know how many of you have noticed, it happens. Today we were chatting about this point that really there is so much power now in each one of us. As soon as they're thought, it happens. So we are more careful to see what we're thinking because it's going to happen anyway. So capacity, there is that power of yoga. But then, as I said, that pure thought, they're not too many. Because waste thoughts are a lot. When it comes to pure thoughts, they come and they happen. They come and they happen. So if there is good yoga, Baba said, power of yoga means all the powers. All the powers should be there. Whether it's silence, whether it's forgiveness, whether it's tolerance, or not only 8 powers. We can make a long list of, but power, yoga really means that you have all powers. And all powers should function. They should be operational. You should just feel that yes, whichever power is needed, at the right time that power emerges. And when that power emerges, then things get very beautifully accomplished. Because these days some souls talk about negative forces, and I had been saying to them, we shouldn't even think about negative forces, but we should always think about so many angels are around us. Yesterday I was supposed to have somebody come in for helping, and some way didn't come. So I said, okay, but I really thought that it's important. And someone came and knocked door. I haven't seen that person for quite a while. She said, I had this thought and I want to do it. I thought that other one who didn't come must have told her. She said, no, I just felt I came. So I said, you are an angel. So our purity now invokes angels around us. Even there are negative forces, there are people, individuals who because of whatever reason, lot of settling of karmas are there, but you should feel this energy a lot. So all the powers when Baba says, so that's also very important. Why I'm going into detail of that? Because when we go in details of what kind of abundance I should have. So third one Baba said about dharana. And dharana, Baba said, power of dharana means all the virtues. As much patience, as much love, as much, whichever quality is needed, all qualities, all virtues should really, you should feel that they are at command, and all virtuous. And then of course Baba said, you experience love. You feel that you are being loved. But then when Baba went on and said that what is actually biggest property or biggest treasure is treasure of time of confluence age. Now that was an answer, but that was a question for us. So how do I use every moment? One is, I shouldn't waste it. That's understood. I shouldn't waste. Because if I'm wasting 2 minutes, I'm wasting 2 years. So I decide, I'm not going to waste my thoughts. Not going to waste. But how do I use it then? So for using that time in a worthwhile way, what you're actually doing is accumulating these powers. Because all the attainments actually, as Baba said, is at confluence age. And attainments will come through these powers. Because I had been thinking, how do I, who is not busy? Is there anyone who is not busy? Everyone is over busy. So when Baba says time valuable, we say, of course it's valuable because we are so busy. But why still he's saying it? So first, all attainments, that means am I really every time attaining something at confluence age? All the times, all the attainments. Secondly, Baba said, it's very, very important, this treasure of time, because it's at confluence age. I have all relationships with God. So that means any time, every time, I'm in awareness of at least one relationship with Baba, if not all. We wake up in the morning, so my relationship with God is as parents, love of mother and father. Then we start our day with studies, so my relationship with Baba is of God, of teacher. And then I have to start the day, and as teacher, and then as Sadguru, he gives all the directions. Whatever activities we perform, but what should be my awareness, how attentive I should be about the quality of actions I do. So that means every moment of confluence is of attainment. Second, every moment should be, there is this experience of relationship with Baba. I don't think that is there. As I said, we are busy, we're doing service, but if we go into a very subtle aspect of why he was saying time is important, we don't know it. Of course we know, we all have dedicated our time, life to Baba because we know it's auspicious time. But attention, number one, am I attaining all the time? Attainments. And attainments always come when you apply something, isn't it? So you're using the treasures and changing those treasures into your attainments. So we can say that confluence age, my life as Brahmin, is a life of all attainments. It's very important. And second, am I all the time in this experience of my relationship with Baba? In any relationship. He mentioned father, teacher, Sadguru, but it could be friend, it could be guide, it could be even sometimes as night time we say, Baba, you are supreme judge, that's fine. Present ourselves in, but this, so when Baba says in Sakar Murli also remember me all the time, there should be remembrance. And remembrance connected with a relationship. I thought that was something, at least when I was looking at my efforts, I thought attention on attainment, second attention on, in my awareness, this richness of my relationship with God, my relationship with Baba. That's something I think is very, very important. And of course, reminding myself that whatever I'm attaining now will last for 21 births. That means that much should be attainments. But just imagine, with Brahma Baba. Because Brahma Baba's relationship with Baba, Shiv Baba, was constantly there. One of the reasons that Brahma Baba had his cheerful face, his face was always, whatever years, in whatever situations, I also have at least 10, 20 stories where it was extreme situation externally. I myself was there. But every time we went in to get direction from Baba, Baba, what next we should do? In his deep silence, his face sparkling because of that relationship with Baba. So this experience at confluence age, every moment, as I remember one point Dani Janki mentioned recently, that you can be detached observer, but if you are detached observer in companion of God, it will be different. And I really liked it because you are detached observer, but still you absorb something. Little bit, if not much. In some feelings you are sensitive or some ways. But if you are doing in company of God, Baba is next to you and you are watching the scene of drama. I think that's what Brahma Baba's stage was. He was with Baba and watching every scene of drama. He was with Baba and deciding everything. He was with Baba and giving love to children. He was with Baba and performing activities. So I think when Baba says that time is also one of the important treasure, really means to make time, this awareness at this time, very, very full, very, very complete. I think that's something, if we pay attention to, that means is treasure of knowledge, then it's yoga, is dharana, but more important is attainment of all time, life of all attainments. And really when you are so full with attainments, and when Baba said distaste now, when you are full, you have eaten full meal, you have got dessert, you are happy with everything, and somebody, forgot something to bring. and say, oh, I forgot we had prepared rasmalai or rasgulla, but we didn't forgot about it. Please, please taste little bit. You say, oh no, no way, I cannot manage, because you are full, no? So why still there are attractions and distractions and any kind of thing happen? Because there is not enough disinterest, because you are not full. You understand? There is one way disinterest is okay, tamoguni is vicious, so I have disinterest. Other is when you are full, most tasty thing can come in front of you and you say no. Okay, some say, can we have later? Some might say, okay, maybe tomorrow. But you don't accept that, no? So interest where it shouldn't be, attraction which is not shouldn't be. Generally our interest is in certain things which are not necessary. They are not necessary, not only important. So even disinterest, the definition of disinterest, I was connecting more with fullness. So when there is this fullness, then there will be natural disinterest. For anything, then there is no disturbance, no conflict, no confusion, nothing. So that's what Baba wants to see. But then again, Baba said that that's not enough. You all have done well, everything did good programs, but he wants have something new, Kamal. Kamal means something more wonderful, more magical. And for that, then Baba again gave us some homework, right? Have you all started thinking about your homework? One is personal, fullness. Other is for the place you are, the country you are, the region you are. Should be free from obstacles. And consider this world to be guest house and tell Maya to get out. You said loudly, let it go. Get out. So you say, Maya, get out. I am in guest house. I can't offer you hospitality because I myself a guest. It's not my home that I offer you hospitality. So you just say, I'm in guest house and get out. So Baba wants us, that means it's even further than just whatever service we're doing. But it's very, very important that the atmosphere which we create of love. When there is love, there is sharing, there is... So then there are no obstacles, even if obstacles come, because there will always be something. But Baba said what you will find is storm to be a gift and a lift. I like both words very much. It will be like a gift and also a lift. So somebody says, this situation happened. Okay, I felt it was like a gift. But also it was like a lift. That means I went ahead. I went beyond. I was able to achieve much more. If this wouldn't happen, maybe my courage, my enthusiasm wouldn't have increased. So feel lifted at that time, feel elevated, going beyond and forward. That's what Baba said should really be experienced, that it's not a storm, it's not a test, but it's a gift and a lift. Can you imagine? You all the time, every moment, look at everything and say, wow, that's a wonderful gift. It's not we say, oh, I didn't know this is going to happen, why this is happening, shouldn't have happened. But every experience should be, it happened, there is a gift, right? Because gift some or other is very much wrapped, right? When you say gift, when you open the wrap, then you say what gift is in there. So sometimes external situations looks very, it's a different package maybe. But if you remember this, Baba's blessing, Baba's thought, then your experience will be that, yes, it was a wonderful gift, because if this wouldn't have happened, then I wouldn't have been this, the lift, experience of lift. So all of us, I think, even Murli was very simple, but when you will get to read it more and more, and just see that you yourself will feel that how you making every moment now. At least I start finding little different during day when I was very busy every moment, but my attention went to, even I'm conversing, meeting, is what's the attainment? What relationship now I'm thinking of? So this is how Baba wants us to see, because in other countries in the world we took the theme of inner power and protection, and then in India it's God's powers and blessings. And I was able to attend 4 mega programs. I attended 3 for first weekend, one Chennai, and then I was in Delhi, then I was in Ahmedabad, 2 programs in same day, went to Mysore. And when you talk about God's power and blessings, so blessing is very attractive word, And for us to come from the stage until the car was difficult. Then you have 50,000 people, and the whole crowd start coming because they want blessing. So people had to really escort you because they feel that somebody wants to touch sari, somebody wants to touch feet, somebody, because in India they think blessing means now they have to, even in meditation he said, no, we have to open our hearts, we have to open our apron and create presence of God. So how to get the blessings, even the method is explained, all that, but everyone is. But as Baba said, time will be delicate, more and more delicate. There won't be time where people will just listen, but they would want to receive something immediately. That's the title here, was receiving God's powers and blessing. For us was experiencing inner powers and protection. Even the themes, the way we took topics was almost same in India and also in different countries. The topic internally almost was same. So then each one of us have to be that, as Baba says, full, have to be treasures. We have to be masters. And it's not that just one who speaks or 10 or, I think Baba's every child, because there are billions and billions of souls around, so how much we need to radiate, how much we need to give, or those who come in contact should experience it. And now is the time that people want to experience, people want to attain. So I think Baba is preparing us. Ever ready is not, of course ever ready is, Baba says go there, you say yes. Like when I asked them, you think I can manage 3 programs? That means I have to take flight from Chennai to Delhi. I went to auditorium, from auditorium to other airport, from airport to another auditorium. I said, well, fine, if you all think I can manage, I will. And I did. But question is that when you are there, so one is readiness in the sense of doing whatever you are asked or expected to do. Power comes and Baba gets it accomplished. But other is readiness is that opportunity which I have been given or we all get. Did I really avail that opportunity in 100% way? That's really what when Baba says, be ever ready in the sense of, did they experience, did they receive, did they get it? So ever readiness is not, as I said, externally just Baba gives direction, go for service here, there. Of course, that also, because Baba says knowledge has made you free from bondages, so there are no bondages. We are very obedient, available all the time. But internally, so when I knew that I have to go for 3 programs for weekend, and I knew about 6 weeks before, I knew I was doing everything, but all the time I was thinking as I am standing in front of 50,000 people, and But it was so interesting in Chennai that you couldn't see in crowd because it was very long, 50,000. But it's only when you really connect, take them into experience, take them into silence, you know how much hold. Like while talking, we come to know how much we are holding the audience. Same is how much through our vibrations we are holding the crowd. Or people we are connecting meditation, they are still talking, they are still, or everyone at least is touched little bit, whether with God's love, whether it's God's light or God's anything, but every soul has to be touched. So ever readiness, really what Baba means is that when there is fullness, like full moon doesn't have to do anything. It's ready, isn't it? So when we are full, we are ready. Until now, a lot of people thought suddenly for situation. I thought suddenly means opportunity. Mostly people said suddenly things will happen. I said it's okay. But suddenly you get an opportunity. Am I ready for that or not? So if each one of us will pay attention, have this fullness, so that I am ever ready, whether suddenly a situation comes or suddenly I am given an opportunity which maybe before I haven't done it. But I say that's fine, I am ready for it. One time we had to go at UN and we were caught up in traffic somewhere. So one sister went by train and she reached before. So as soon as she reached, the first thing was there was a lot of television people and they just started asking her, and we hadn't reached. So but somehow or other she was courageous, she started giving answers. Then she said later on that Baba always says, be ever ready because you might be the one who will be interviewed. And she was like kind of, we all were prepared for that, but we were late. So she was. So this way, every opportunity, every situation is an opportunity. And my ever readiness and my fullness is something which at that time make me, what Baba says, how do you conduct yourself, is not only behavior. That's something again very personal and limited. But at that time, what is needed to be done? Did you did you say right things? So this will only come from fullness. So even as I said, everyone would have said, I'm so busy at I don't waste time at confluence age. But we do waste thoughts, right? So when we waste thoughts, then time goes waste, energy goes waste. Not only that, but some good experiences are not attained, which are very important. So we are reflecting on Murli so that we can do more homework. And then yesterday when Baba said, when you all will be ready, and all the teachers behind me kept saying, by February. I said, are you sure? Or October? 1 year is a long time. We might even forget it, right? So everyone now is thinking about by February if we have to be ready. So remember 2 words. It's the fullness which will make us ever ready, and it's the fullness which will make you see a storm as a gift and lift. And it's the fullness which anyone will see and say you are the master. So this kind of personality, this kind of characteristics, that's what Baba is expecting each one of us to be. And whatever percentage, less or more, whatever we find, we need to. I think we have to start at this moment. We're not waiting for tomorrow or when we go back, but it's right now. So it's a simple Murli, but I thought it's very deep. At least I start questioning, but what else Baba wants us to do at Convent? We have so many assignments, but then I realize it's the fullness in your awareness, fullness in your consciousness. So that you avail and you create both things. Certain things you avail, certain things you create, certain things you transform. Anything negative, it should change into positive. So all that has to be done more. Needs of people, needs of time. And also this is what Baba's task requires at this time for each one of us. And each one is instrument. No one should think instrument mean, yes, instrument at center. But everyone is instrument. Everyone is Baba's instrument. We should always remember. So he wants every instrument to be see how they should look and how they should play. Both are very, very important. So Daddy Janki will join us and we will have meditation. And I think that meditation is connection with Baba, but also thinking deeply what Baba said, go into more depth, and reflections will definitely help very much. Om Shanti. It's okay. Why we clap after class? It's Baba. We try to kind of reflect on that together. So it's very good opportunity.